Hello, 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 and welcome to another RTAppetizer. Today we have a fight against someone in the first guild in Korea, which I believe is the top guild in that server. I believe someone might have to correct me on that. But we are facing, obviously, a high-ranked person in a high-ranked guild. And they first pick AOL, and then go into LRK. And then Sululu, Senya, and Aria. I go Handguy, Flitica, Stene, and Charlotte with Architect Leica, but she got banned out. I banned out the Sululu. Let's see how I did. Let's jump right into things. See who the better unit is. Aria or Charlotte. My money's on Charlotte, but Aria can be a pain in the butt. So, I don't want this this LRK to be doing all of the things that LRKs do. So I'm just going to reset him, make him essentially useless. Flitica's pretty good for that. Gonna give the attack buff to my Stene, and this Stene is going to go into the AOL. In hindsight, I probably could have gone into the Aria here. But I didn't really want this AOL debuffing my Charlotte and locking her down forever. So I'm just going to rip the S1 with Charlotte, do big damage to everybody. I will probably end up giving this LRK back his S3 before he even goes anyway, because I have almost exclusively AoEs on my team. But Senya, it is 22k HP Senya. So this is very much a tank Senya. Debuffs my Stene. I am going to push up my Flitica. Just S1 into the Aria. I noticed that it is not a high ER Aria, which is great for me. Because, one, I'm provoked with Stene, who would just go into Senya anyway, but I can strip this Aria, which I do end up doing. My Stene goes into Senya because she is provoked. Flitica ended up dual attacking and getting a counter from Flitica, but that's fine. I am going to strip their buffs, or at least attempt to, and then Charlotte will go again. Thank you, Senya, for the attack buff once more. They are going to kill the Flitica here, which is fine. Aria is just currently standing there like a lump. LRK actually does have his S3 available, because I hit him so many freaking times. Just don't hit the Stene, and I think we'll be fine. Please. Okay, that's fine. I am going to go into the Aria because she is a pain. I will soul burn this because I do not have any faith in Stene actually staying alive. I hit the Aria, which is great news for me. Aria, or LRK is on Aureus, so he just kind of explodes, which is great. There's Senya, just probably going to S1 into the Handguy, which is fine. Nope, they're going to go into Charlotte, try to prevent her from doing her S3. No dice. If this hits... Nope. If it hit the Aria, I think we just kill her outright, which would have been nice. But instead, they do get a barrier. I could have S1'd here with the Handguy to put the... just to push the Charlotte up and hopefully kill the Aria with a hit. But I like playing dangerous. They are going to S1 and then get the S2 from the focus. Kill the Stene. Do good damage to everybody. Charlotte doesn't have attack buff or anything like that, which is a little annoying. But I can still soul burn it, so next turn I will have it again, and her... Holy Sack still hasn't procced, which works for me. Handguy is provoked. He's just going to go into the Senya. They are going to S3, I believe, here, which is a little bit risky into the Charlotte, but hopefully they blind, I imagine, is what they're going for. They do not hit, unfortunately. I will S1 into the Senya. It does not die. It has like 1 HP, but Charlotte is ready to take over. If this hits Arya, I think we got it. It hit the Arya. That is fantastic, and Charlotte once again proves that she is a unit of great strength, and this is why I adore using her everywhere. But that is not all. There's always more than one at the end of the road. It appears I was fighting a lot of people from Korea today, which sounds weird out of context, but hey, we're facing someone again in the Korea server. They go for Aiden, Pyra, Zio, Architect Leica, and Eda. I go for LRK, Zahak, DJB, Karina, and Sage Ball. Sage Ball and Eda get banned out. They have 2 books. I did not choose Belly, and I could have, but what are you going to do? So, Zio is going to go into the DJB. So I'm just hoping that this isn't a hyper high effect Zio. I think it would need 180 plus ish. I did notice it is on book, so it's not on Bloody Rose, so I don't have to worry about that. It just barely does over half. Does not silence. So Karina gets pushed up. I punch this Architect Leica square in the jaw and send her to the Shadow Realm. And now Pyra is kind of forced to S3 to try and stop the DJB. No dice. She did hit the Zahak, though. And then they do this, which is, I guess, a last-ditch effort. But DJB is going to do roughly 28k to that Pyra and destroy her. And that was a quick and fast one. And hey, I love systematically destroying cleave or aggro, so I'm fine with it. Let's see another one, though. In this fight, we are facing Sick Pandas, who's actually a part of Soft TM's guild. I think this is the only person that I've met, or that I've fought, that's a part of that guild that isn't just Soft TM. I've fought Soft TM like 7 times. This is the first time I fought someone else from their guild. They go for LRK, Maid Chloe, Karina, Abby, and Celine. I go with Handguy, Flitica Strays, Architect Leica, and Pirate Captain Flan. Celine and Pirate Captain Flan get banned out. Let's do this. So, this fight is very much a game of threat assessment. I find the Maid Chloe to be the threat because she can revive everybody. However, that is not necessarily the case that you want to do. But I need to kill this Abby. So I go into her with the S2, no dice. Clearly an effect res Abby. Don't know what else to say about that. So I'm going to kill the LRK. That'll proc Karina. Looking back on it, I probably should have just reset the Karina, who is 22k HP. Good God. Because then she wouldn't have been able to do that, and Maid Chloe reviving really doesn't affect me all that much. Because now the Abby gets to go. And the Abby's going to go into the Strays. And it's probably because I don't have damage mitigation, but this does so much damage to my Strays. It does 12k to my Strays, and I was really in awe. I was like, really? It did so much. So I'm just going to see Architect Leica's beautiful animation because I wanted to see it, and then I will immediately concede because there is nothing I can do against an Abby and a Karina. So yeah, I mean, that was a good fight. I just had improper threat assessment. Probably shouldn't have soul burned the S3 with Flitica. Should have gone into the Karina instead. Just a mess. But I mean, hey, this is how you learn that you make mistakes and you grow from it. speaking of growing, we once again have a fight with Charlotte, the person most in need of growing. I'm talking about height, you perverts. We are facing Atlas 16 from the Impurity Guild in Asia. They go for LRK, Destina, Stene, ML Kairon, I believe Eidolon Kairon? I don't remember his full title. And Lone Crescent Balana. I go for Handguy, Sharoon, Bellion, Charlotte, and Pirate Captain Flan. I ban out LRK, they ban out Pirate Captain Flan. Let's see how this goes. So, we have an ML Kairon on the other side. They are on Shepherd of Chaos, so their defense will go up and their evasion will go up as their HP goes down. Handguy's going first, so I'm just going to S3, make sure that they can't stun anybody that I don't want them stunning. They're just going to rip the Stene S3 into the Handguy. Doesn't do that much damage, which is fine. Destina doesn't really have much to do here, so she's just going to S1. And that is her first mistake. Bellion is a pain and just counters from a single attack, much like every Bellion that I fight, so I guess my Bellion just wanted to be like them. Kairon is going to be countering a lot, so I'm probably not going to be saying it whenever he does it, because he will be doing it a lot. There will be a lot of counters in this game, but I think I'll be okay. They don't have any damage mitigation. So there's a lot of things happening all at once. But the main point is that Destina is really far back. And my Charlotte is very much going to be taking a turn before her. So Destina, I'm not worried about Destina. Kairon, I was able to strip with Sharoon, which is good. I do have 135 effectiveness on my Sharoon, so debuffing that really wasn't that surprising. I'm going to go into the Kairon, do some damage to him while he's vulnerable, put a barrier up on everyone as a form of temporary healing. Try to get another Venom on him, no dice. Just going to go into Handguy, doesn't break out of the barrier. Time for the Twirl-a-Whirl. I thought this would kill the Kairon, but it turned out it missed because of Shepherd of Chaos, but that is okay. Handguy still being Handguy, still alive. He's going to finish off the Balana. And now my Bellion is just going to go into the Kairon, do some more injury damage to him, get the lucky second proc, which is great. Handguy finally dies. This Kairon has so little health. And I'm just going to go for another Twirl-a-Whirl, and this will take out the Kairon. But it was very nice getting to use Sharoon in addition to Charlotte, which I always love using. I adore being able to use Sharoon now. She's actually pretty good. And we got to see the rare Eidolon Kairon. Or I guess it's Eidolon. I always said Eidolon. It's Eidolon because Greek... It's not. This is not the time for Greek mythology. If you want me to talk about Greek mythology, then you're gonna have to come to my classes every Thursday at 5 p.m. in New York City on the Strip. I don't actually know where I teach. I just know that sometimes some people come over to me and they're like, "Hey, are you teaching about the Greeks?" And I'm like, "Hey, yeah, who'd you hear that about from?" And they're like, "I don't know, man. Word goes around on the streets." And I'm like, "Yes, there once was a man named Zeus who turned into most animals and assaulted women with them, or as them. So the moral of that story is don't be like Zeus. Don't turn into animals and assault women." As said animals. Greeks were weird. The Greek mythology is weird. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button and the subscribe button if you want more comment like this. If you did not like it, then you clearly do not like Greek mythology. And if you felt incredibly ambivalent about the entire thing, then, I don't know, man. Have a juicy juice.